All right, I think we're all right.
Yeah, it's going live.
When you see it go live, go ahead.
And we're live here, just halfway through happy hour. This is FSB Racing.com, the Pro Cup Series, the Big Daddy. We're here with Greg Verano and Pat Rouchet, Rookie Cup points leader. And we got on pole here Robert Bokum in the 18, second place, 15 of Matt Watkins, third place, 6th of Mark DeCenza, 4th, the 99 of Jim Markison, 5th in the 29, Jeff Hale, 6th, my teammate, the 4-time champion, Rick Johnson, in the 52. And on down the list, as you can see live there, we're running out of time, so for tradition here, welcome Greg, welcome Pat. Let's pick our drivers here, and I'm going to pick first because I'm going to pick first. So, and I'm going to go with my teammate there, the 52 of Rick Johnson. Just can't count that dude out, and I can't go against my teammates, or I'll have to sweep the shop all week.
Yeah, Milt, I'm sure that's a solid pick, Milt. I am hesitant to go with what we know. I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to go with Derby Don. He's had a hot start to the season. He's got a lot of confidence, and you know he likes to go to the front.
And y'all leaving the hot guy and Matt Watkins wide open, the 18 and the 15. But I think I'm going to go down the list a little bit. I think I'm going to take Mark DeCenza right now. I really like the way he drives. He drives with class. He drives with style. And that's who I'm going to put my money on today.
It's not a bad pick, Pat. As you can see, as you said that, look who's at the top of the chart in happy hour. It's the 6 car by over 0.2 of a second, which is a big number here in the Pro Cup.
Yeah, I didn't see that before I made my pick, but I'm going to agree with what you're saying, and I'm pulling that guy all the way to the finish.
It looks like we're getting ready to start the race, Milt.
Yeah, and any one of those choices, this is a Pro Cup. This is the best of the best at FSB Racing. Any one of those choices, you can go down the list, and just about some of these drivers can win this race. You know, means that you've been around a while, you've exhibited good sportsmanship and good driving skills. Now, you don't always have to be a pro, but got to follow those guidelines as we get ready for the start here. Pictures here live at Kentucky BP. We're looking at 33 laps of fuel here, and driving this track before with the Pro Cup setup. This sucker is really loose on the start, and the high line really works well here with the loose setup, and there's a lot of grip. This is one of those BP tracks that's been changed, and that outside line has really good momentum, so you're going to see side-by-side racing and from the best here, the Pro Cup.
Yeah, and we see the fields on the grid and already some contact on pit lane. How about that?
Yeah, they're probably all a little antsy right now, ready to go. I mean, this is the Pro Division. If you know it's top of the line, they're going to push it to the limit every lap.
Nice field here. All different kinds of cars, great paint jobs. FSBRacing.com. Come here with a lot of experience, or you can come here new, and there's a place for you to race and move up the ranks and make friends. But it's all about business right now here, and these guys are going to go like they ain't no tomorrow. Some interesting camera angles here. Some of these tracks have better spectator and TV1, TV2, views. So this is what we got. So we're going to show it here. Try to cover as much of the race. We'll let Greg watch the front of the race there, and I'll kind of watch the middle, and maybe Pat watch the back, and we'll see if we can catch some of these wrecks and get some replays here.
And it looks like we're just getting ready to go green here, Milt.
Boogity, 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 boys. Let's go racing.
What I'm talking about.
Milt, we know
Want to get
that
settled in.
Robert especially is a tire and fuel saving master. You think he's already thinking that as we just start the first few laps of this race?
Well, lots of people wonder why he exits out after practice, and people are always trying to be suspicious and think the worst. But I can tell you why he does that, because he changes the springs in his pedals. What he likes to do is practice with a certain spring in his pedal, and then when he goes to race, he goes with a harder spring. What that does is he don't push the gas down as much. It forces him to roll through the corner and gives him that fuel rhythm. Later in the race, when he decides to make his move, then he just puts that gas a little harder.
We can see Matt looking and pressing him. I know he likes to be in the lead, and he doesn't like second place.
It looks like Troy Higgins is in the back. He's trying to make some moves. He's driving his car pretty strong. He just can't get by.
Yeah, Troy has been just running great. It seems like every race you see him, getting finishes and working his way to the top. This is a stud field right here.
Oh, the 73 almost scrapes the wall.
Yeah, looked like Kenny got a little high there.
He got through it, though. He did good. He held his car together real well. They got a tight battle going on right there in the back.
And Troy was able to get around him, and now 16 car looking to go underneath Kenny as well.
They're just nose to tail, boy.
And how about this guy, Milt? Give us a couple words on Den and just the amazing accomplishments he's made in racing here.
Well, Dan Francisconi, he's from Madeira, which is about 20 minutes away, and we always talk about getting together. And I'm working, he's working. Dan is a full off. I don't know how you say it exactly, but he's. We'll get more on Den in a minute. So we got Doug Tevick is around, and a couple cars there. Not sure what happened.
151 is around. The 5 is involved. The 99.
See if we can get a look at that as we look. Is the caution out?
It's hard to tell if the caution's out right now.
The caution is out. Cars are slowing.
Okay, well, we're on the 69 right now as they take the caution. Let's still see some smoke there on the track as they go through it from the previous lap. Once the field gets settled here, let's rewind that and see what happened.
Hey Pat, 7 laps into the race now. Are you pitting right now, or on a cookie cutter like this?
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to do whatever the guy in front of me does, because I'm fighting for position every week, so I'm trying to make him up. So if he pits, I'm probably going to pit. I'm a rookie at this, and I'm still learning. I'm watching tonight, but I believe I'm pitting if the car in front of me pitting for position. I got to.
Yeah, they're all pitting, looks like, all the way through 11 and beyond.
Well, what it looked like there, I'll rewind it again. It looked like the 303 got loose right in front of Doug. Ken Rain got a little loose and collected Doug. Let's watch that one more time. That happened quick, too. It happens fast.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, yep. That's what happened.
Oh,
poor Doug, man. He's just had a target on him. We ran a Porsche race last week, and man, a guy just ran into him, and then he hit him, and then he flamed him after. But the NAGP guys, they took quick action like we do here at FSB. We don't allow people to, stuff happens, but yeah, and it looked like Ron blew up there after he got it going again.
Let's take a quick look at that again, Milt, while we're under caution.
Yeah, maybe go in car with Dougie if you get a chance there, as we still got any time.
Here's a view from inside the cockpit of the 69, and let's see what happened here.
Yeah, this will make your sticker pecker.
Okay, there you can see it. Ken just broke loose as they were getting into the turn, and Doug just did a great job of avoiding him, but unfortunately he came around too. And that was a fairly hard hit into the wall there, Mel.
See Doug tried to get out of it a little bit and aim it down, but he knows he's going to lose it.
We're back live now, and you can see repairs have been made, and Doug's back out on the track. I don't know how that's going to affect him here, but
it was a pretty hard lick to the nose.
It was a pretty hard lick.
Hard to spin. Hard to pull. Danny Sullivan and spin and go. That only happens in Indy cars maybe once, but usually you spin these big 3,500-pound cars, and that momentum is going to put you in the wall, even though he did aim down low. Ken Ron, what a great guy, and also admin and our newest admin at FSB.
Yeah, and it looks like he's done for the night, Milt.
Yeah, he's blowed up.
Did you get that, Milt?
Yeah, there and here we are. We got Ken Ron out of the in-care center. Are you okay there, Ken?
Oh, I'm fine. The car's a whole big mess.
Well, we're just watching the replay here live at FSBRacing.com, and that sucker just got loose on you. Did it blow up then or blow up after?
No, it was after. I got loose, tried to save it. It went up into the wall, and then as I tried to get back up to speed, I put it in fourth gear, and the tack started going, and it just blew.
Well, we're just about ready to talk some neat stuff about you, so.
Well, I just put that out the window now, didn't I?
Yeah, now that you're here, you only talk good about people when they're not in the room. What are you experiencing out there on the track there, Ken? Obviously, you're experiencing loose. Were you grabbing it with two hands, or what? What was the car like?
Well, I think I had a little bit of the Milton Minner situation going on there. I was gripping the wheel too hard. I wasn't relaxed, and all it takes is one little twitch of the wheel, and you're gone.
Yeah,
this setup's pretty loose, huh?
Yeah, Ken. Explain to the rest of us that aren't in the Pro Cup what it's like to drive these sets here.
For the most part, they're not that bad. They start out loose for, maybe the first 5-10 laps, but then they settle in. You just got to be able to make it through the first few laps, and then everything's fine.
Well, that's a tough break to go out so early in the race. I know that's disappointing. I've had that feeling too, and we all have probably at one point or another. And maybe you can enjoy the rest of the race here.
Yeah, I'm going to pop back down in the team channel and help those guys out. So you guys keep up the good work. I'll talk to you later.
Thanks, Ken.
And it looks like we got a green flag, Milt.
I'm sure glad Ken Ron's okay after that accident, man. That's pretty well guy.
Yep, definitely. Great thing about sim racing. We live to fight another day. Well, now you're single file here, and that caution always kind of got to regroup, and everybody pretty much got tires there. We were watching a whole lot there, so we'll have to kind of pay a little more attention as strategy gets more important later. But this is one of them tracks, I don't think. Anytime you have a chance to get tires, you got to get them. Because that, unlike the rookie setup, which leans on that right front, and that when you hit your F4 button, that's the one you're looking at all the time. For temperature. In the Pro Cup, it's that right rear.
We're running with the leader, Matt Watkins, who's pulled out to a slight lead here. And Just listen to the way he gets into these turns.
That drives with a Molo steering wheel, dudes. I'm telling you, and it's like me. I got the old Microsoft, but this guy could drive anything. He's won a GTP prototype racing. He's running Trans Am. He's won IndyCar. He's won the Indy 500. He had a chance to win the one before that, but
the 33's getting a little sideways. Oh, he corrected it. Good save, 33. Lost a lot of spots, but 33 just saved an accident from happening.
Great call there.
He was gaining a lot of ground on the guys, but they kind of pushing each other to the limits right now. It's 3x3, and he went down low, and he just couldn't hold it. He got it back on the track, though.
Actually, I'm not seeing a 33, so.
I'm sorry, it's a 53 call. I had my arrow in the way.
Right on.
Here's a view from the second place car, Mark DeSenza, as he's trying to track down Matt, and he's actually made some inroads here in the last couple of laps, Milt.
Yeah, he won our 125 pre-Super Bowl IndyCar race. He won the Indy 500 last year, and that's a long race. I've known Mark for a long time. Back when he used to race at PCR Racing with a fellow co-founder, along with me and Jim Ray, when we started this league 10 years ago, and he split off and did his own thing, and I would run there occasionally, and I knew this guy was a stud, man.
And as you finish that sentence, Milt, look who went into the lead. Nice pass by Mark. Made it look easy. And Matt I don't know what's going on with Matt there, if he's going into a fuel conservation mode here already, but he doesn't usually lose positions like this.
Well, I think right now it's more about tires, and when you see a guy get a run on you, you let him go. He may have just had a little bit of lack of concentration, or is thinking about, okay, now we settle in. He may take a look at his F3 and started breaking down the math for because those are the kind in Pro Cup, those are when I might lose a position or whatever. The time to reformulate your strategy. In real racing, you got old Roger Penske, or you got Chad on the box there telling you pit now, and you just drive the car. And of course, that's real, but in this game, you got to be your own pit crew, your own spotter, and your own stinking pit boss. So
we have a good battle going on in the back in 11th and 12th with Troy Higgins and Sam Young. And I believe that's teammates, but they got a battle going on.
Sam Young's with FSB Racing. Not sure who Troy's with there. All the way through there, I mean, you're looking at the intervals 1, 2, 3. They're all nose to tail, man. Back to like 17th place, you got a couple seconds.
Yeah, as we hit lap 20, put the run in order up there, and you can see that the top 10 are only separated by a couple of seconds.
So we pitted around lap 7. We got out. So 33 and 9 is about 42. So
about halfway through the run right now.
Yeah, there might be some guys taking some pits a little early to know they can get through the race at the end with the fresh tires. We're gonna have to see how this goes.
Right, and there was I'm sure there was a few there that did not pit on that first pit stop, and they might be closer to pitting than the rest of the guys that did go in for that first fuel stop.
A sweet-looking group of Boca Motorsports cars. We were talking about Dan Francisconi, as the 6 got loose there.
Yes, he did, and
we'll get, and that's Jeff Hale, the hard charger. I call him the Madman because I mean that guy is the greatest on cold tires with these loose setups, and he knows one speed only, and that's BALL. S is balls out.
And he becomes, I believe, our fourth leader of the night. We had Robert lead us off, and Matt led some laps, gave it up to Mark, and now Jeff Hale goes into the lead.
Then you got the 52, Rick Johnson, my teammate. You know, I mean, ever since he's joined our team, I don't race that much as I used to, but every time he's in there, I've got a chance to win because I can't make a stupid mistake. You know, I can say, well, I think I'm going to try 2 tires here. He'll say, Milt, pit 4 tires. End of the conversation. Because I know 4-time Cup champion Rick Johnson, he knows how to get there.
And yeah, it looked like he gave up a position to my pick there, Derby Don, as he Derby Don getting to the front. And again, one thing we know about Derby, yeah, he's a demo driver, but when he's in the Pro Cup race, he wants to go to the front.
Yeah, and he had a great run. I think he won 4 races in 2 weeks, and then the shit hit the fan, and he has just found a way. Racing goes just like real racing. It's getting a groove, and it seems like everything you do is right. And then all of a sudden, he's Team FSB there, so him and Rick are on the team channel talking business here.
Yeah, Derby's business when the race is on.
We have a good battle in the back with the 69 and the 88 car, Doug.
Doug
and Joe
had some
Cutter.
damage, huh?
Oh yeah, got a little damage, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like lap times, Doug just ran a 30.7, and leaders are a little quicker than that. So yeah, he probably did take some damage there on that first caution.
Doug's from Minnesota, you know. And we're out here working in a t-shirt. Greg, you're from California, you know. It's like fixed fast weather here. It's clear in 70.
Yeah, it's a little chilly today. It was about 61, Milt.
Oh yeah, it was terrible. And poor old Doug there, up 0. You know, he's out there cutting wood without a shirt on.
So we go back to the front here.
We have the 99 car. Looks like he's losing some ground. Might have scraped the wall.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he got caught up in that. That's Pops Markison.
Yeah, it looks like he does have some side damage there, Milt. As he comes by here, we should be able to see. You can see some scrapes there on the 99.
Yeah, I think he scraped the wall a couple laps back.
And you can see his lap time reflects it. He ran a 32.99, which is several seconds off the pace.
You're right. He might have a little motor trouble going on with his car. Hopefully they can fix that in the pits for him. Yeah, he seems to have some real issues with the car. The car's pushing real bad. I hope he can get his car fixed up in the pit if we can get a good quick pit here.
Taking a look at the 83 car, Steve Weber. Milt, what do you know about him?
He's from Arizona, so he's just the opposite of Doug. You know, when it's 105 here in Fresno, it's 120 in Arizona, and he's like, what? You know, and you know, and he's a great dude. He's come so far in driving skill. He's been a pro for a long time, and he's been a member for a long time because he just, you know, never broke a rule. He's just one of the great members that you meet here in the league, and always runs and running with that team Monsoon the last couple of years with Robert Bokum and Matt Watkins and Guy Pitra, etc. It's really rubbed off him, and now he's starting to get those consistent finishes. He was always a guy that was really fast at the start of a run, and then but you know, this stuff is so hard. Now he's got the whole package.
I tell you what, we still got a battle going on in the back with T.G. Reese and Joe Cutter. These two cars are really pushing out. It's probably the best race on the track right now.
Bill Cutter, he's a double admin here, and just another one of those great people, and also very tech savvy with computers and stuff, and he's just got the bit between his teeth there, and he's got a battle there with TG Reese.
Yeah, they've been having a good battle for the last few laps, man. It's fun to watch these guys when they're racing like this.
And TG is from CCR Racing too. He's one of the several guys that came over after that league disbanded.
Yeah, and plus he's got a really cool paint job there, running the Jungling beer colors.
Yeah,
Good Pennsylvania beer. Yeah,
I think I'm
he's
gonna
closing
talk
in
about
on
40.
Doug there too.
we talked about lap 42, so I'm looking at the scanner, and sometimes we're off on these numbers, so
Looks like we got a change for the lead here as well, Mill. Looks like number 15 is back out in front.
well, it's kind of played just like we were talking, how the 29's the Charger and Matt is a finisher, but so was Jeff. He was a super speedway champion last year. He knows how to get it done, but stud versus studs here.
Might be that Smurfs there on this car. I don't know if that's slowing him down at all.
Slim Sim Racing, he's taken over since the great Jim Gately retired, and Jim Gately is one of the guys that really set us up with these pro setups. The combinations of DMP setups from back when Dale Jr. used to run at DMP, and then we made adjustments, and Slim used to have a class on Sundays to help the rookies out, and Jeff does that a lot, and that just kind of the way Slim Sim Racing rolls,
Now it looks like we're developing a little battle for third, fourth, and fifth. You could throw a blanket over Robert and Derby Don.
And my guy Mark DeCenzo. We got to watch him. We got a good battle going on up there.
He's right where he needs to be right now early on in the race.
Now this pit lane, because of the way turn 3 and turn 4 is tight, this is a really tight pit lane, and you've got a couple set of cones here, so you've got to hit the second set of cones on entry is your pit road speed down to 45 miles an hour, and the second set of cones on exit, which is a little different because usually it's at the edge of the pit wall on both. And these are the things you need to know at this track.
Absolutely. You can't go around those commitment cones. If you go around the commitment cone then come down pit lane, you're going to get flagged. And, of course, if you hit that cone at over the 45-mile-an-hour speed limit, unless your name is Milt Mintner Jr., you usually get a black flag for speeding.
Well, I tell you what, if I died and gone to heaven, winning the first race of the season at Daytona was one of the great 10 years of doing sim racing, to go side by side into the pit roads, and especially against the great Matt Watkins. You usually lose that, and I bet you there's probably 20 times I've lost that battle. I've lost to him on the last lap. I've lost, and to finally be able to put him away was very satisfying. We got pits. We got Dan Francisconi pitting. Still got to get back on him. We'd like to talk about him. Sean Johnson pitting. Of Sam Young is pitting. They're all coming in. This is the Pro Cup, so I expect good pit stops, but that don't mean they can't make a mistake.
Yeah, and then we see Den coming down pit lane, 45 miles an hour, which feels like you're going in reverse almost. It's so slow compared to the speeds out there, which are well over 180 miles an hour here at Kentucky. And you see he's getting those right sides changed.
And for the viewers that don't know, Dan is paralyzed, and he's a professional painter. He's painted painted paintings for the state of California with his mouth, and he drives with just a couple fingers. He's the most, and he's such a great guy. He's the most, how to explain it, but he's the most inspirational guy you could ever possibly. If you ever thought your life was tough, and then you see the way this guy is, the way he works hard every day, and he paints, and a lot of videos on YouTube you can check out, or there's Scony.com. What a wonderful person.
He sure is, man. He's always has good words to say. He's very inspirational, and if you're driving against him, you'd never know how he's doing it. And when you actually see him doing it, it's amazing the ability that he has. It's really is an impressive thing. And here we see a bunch of guys coming out. Watkins, Derby Don, and Milt's pick there coming out, getting back up to speed as we watch Matt Watkins complete his service and Derby Don. That was some quick stops there.
This is where I look to see Rick Johnson making a move. This point forward, just kind of cruising it.
It looks like Robert Bickham had trouble on pit road with a lug nut or something. His right side went down, the left side come up a little late.
Nice call there, Pat.
Let's take a look at it, Robert, as he comes out, and let's see where he blends back into traffic. You can see he went in with the lead.
He went in with the lead, but it looked like he had a lug nut problem. Check it.
And good call by Pat there as we see Matt Watkins get around him, as does Derby Don, as does Rick Johnson. So that was a costly pit stop for Robert Bocum, which is very unusual. He's probably telling the crew that don't worry, he'll make it up on the track because we know he can.
Ryan Tracy in the 22 definitely nailed that one. If he didn't get a flag there, he comes out in third. Well, now he goes back a ways there, so we're recycling. And you know, we got the studs up there. We got the 15, the 49 of Team FSB, and the 3 of Rick Johnson and Team FSB. Robert down the 4th, and Jeff Hale must have had some problems as he went back to 5th place.
And then we got Mark DeSenza and someone we haven't saw yet that we are probably about to see, and that's 47 of Josh.
I have the tire changer of the Bocum crew here with me. The front tire changer is Jackie Simmons. Did y'all have a problem at pit? Can you tell me?
We had a lug nut problem.
Oh, they had a lug nut problem. We'll keep an eye on him and see if he does pretty good.
You know, that's one great thing about Bocum Racing. They're an equal opportunity employer, and you know, it's refreshing to see some of the women getting involved in NASCAR and FSB.
I tell you what, I didn't know he had ladies for pits, but this girl is good looking and she's doing a great job at it.
Oh, we spare no expense. That was great.
Looked like a little blink out there by the 47. Let's keep an eye on that, Milt.
Well, Josh, you know, he's just another stud right there. He rocketed the Pro Cup, and you know, I mean, sportsmanship, and he's won some races. I'm not sure if he's got a Pro Cup win. Yeah, we see that blink. That was a huge blink. We're like on a 3-second delay with that, but.
And let's shoot back to the leaders because I have to toot my own horn. Derby Don taking the front.
Getting those rolls, man. Rolls when you get on a roll. And we were talking last week, and he was like, I ran the Pro Cup race last week. I had a chance at the top 5. I was looking at the top 5, and right as we pitted, the caution came out, and a whole slew of us lost a lap there. But that was a really good run for me. And you know, top 5 in this division is you can hang your hat on that. And so, but you know, that's how it goes. That's when you got green flag, and then you know, everybody racing at the end, stuff can happen, and sometimes you get hung out. Sometimes you're the hammer, sometimes you're the nail.
I've heard you say that many times, Milton. Usually I'm the nail, but a couple of races here I have been the hammer.
I tell you what, the car I'm keeping my eye on is number 47 car of Josh Elker. He qualified 16th, and he's running up in the 7th position at the moment. His car has been doing good. He made great pit stop, and he's doing a real well job. Good luck, job.
Hey, Milton, talk to us about the pit stops and how crucial they are with with so many green flag runs in the Pro Cup.
Well, you look at the evolution of our league. You look back in the days when I won championships. You know, look at the driver skill of today is completely different because every little thing is, as we see. Oh, okay. Yeah. Everything is completely magnified, you know, because the skill level, everybody's nailing it. So, I mean, every single thing about the pit, entry, pit road speed, every mile an hour without breaking the rules. Get a black flag, you're done for the win, you know, no matter where you are. But when we do race back to the line, lappers do have to race. It is possible to get it back here really hard on a track like this. There was a guy here that came in. His name is, he's a 3-time champion, Damien Gottstella from Michigan, who really helped me in my road racing and kind of put FSB on the map as far as us being able to compete with world-class drivers in road racing. And he also dominated the Pro Cup, and he did it by just absolutely whipping the car out of Rick Johnson. And after they had established themselves, and so everybody had to regroup and rethink their priorities, because no longer could you really focus on just practicing and your brute speed and your tire wear, but didn't compete at the pit stop level. It was moot because, you know.
Now we just did a quick run through the top 10. You can see Steve Weber is bringing up the 10th position there, and you see the field has spread out a little, and that's what the green flag stops seem to do. Guys that have the fast stops are at the front now. The guys that struggled a little in pit lane, maybe going a little too slow, maybe having a problem like a lug problem like Robert Bokum had, they're going to have some struggles here. They might need a caution here to be competitive.
Yeah, and you're looking at pro racers with a loose setup, which it's not loose just for the fact of, okay, well, let's make it harder. Loose because it's fast, So you're watching them do this, and you're watching FSB Racing.
Milt, if they had a caution, where do you think these guys would pit at, from about 8th on back, or do you think everybody would pit?
Oh, they gotta go now already. They're past the window of. We were looking at lap 41, so it was about lap 44 when we went green at 33 laps.
So you think they would all pit now if they had a caution come out?
Oh, definitely. Too important. There'd be no sense in staying out, even if because right now the full fuel run and you pit at lap 77. Then you got 30 laps to the end. You're right in that window, so you could pit. You don't have to go 33. You can go 30. You can go anywhere there to try to separate you as far as from the pack to pit. Because ideally you want to pit by yourself, but because it's not a big draft track.
Yes, sir. That's true.
And we just hit the halfway point of the race right now. Completing lap 59 of 107 total laps here in the Pro Cup race. And, the top 5 are tight. Derby Don continues to lead. Matt Watkins second. Robert Bokum third. Jeff Hale is fourth. And I believe Rick Johnson is in fifth.
You're still looking at 1 through 6 within the, because you do get a little bit of draft, like the trucks and the CTS physics. You get a lot more draft, especially it's draft, total draft dependent. This track with the BR Cup physics and the looser setups, you'll have a chance. But you're still looking at 1 through 6 within half, and then 7th is the 47 of Elliker. He's still within 1.5. So all the way back to 9th, still got cars that can still reel in and be a factor. 10th is 2 seconds back with Steve Weber.
Yeah, you can see the top 5 are within a second of each other. Actually, the top 6, we can say, just with Mark only 1.07 seconds out of the lead in 6th. So the top 6 have really shown some strong runs so far here.
I kind of expected the 29 of Jeff Hale to make a move, but obviously that shows you the pace they're running is high right now. As conservation has kind of gone out the window, and they're all stuck together there. But Jeff is really aggressive, and he does it without wrecking you. So he just knows how to get the angle and get you coming out of the corner as we're watching. He's really working the 18, but these guys are pros, so they know they can't win it on lap 64.
Yeah, they understand that you can win it on the last lap, no lap before that, because I think my pick, I don't mean to blow my horn, but Mark DeSendler, he's just hanging out in the back waiting for the right thing to happen for him.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can see these top 6, you know that they're paying attention to all the numbers. They know that they have a little gap now. They know that there's going to be at least one more stop. So they're content on their position, holding their position, keeping in check with the leader. And you can see that with Derby Don still leading, Matt's just content right now, I believe, just to keep those tires cool and run right where he is. And same with Robert Bokum. Usually, right toward the end of the run, if you look at who's leading, it'll be Watkins and Bokum.
Yeah, and there's no mystery there. It's a mystery to make it happen, but when you see it, it's not a mystery because, like you said earlier, Greg, they're where they were at the end, they get up front.
Now we're looking at the 52 of Rick Johnson. He's running in 5th position.
What a great friend and a teammate, and he was my nemesis for years. And when he came on, he was from ECR Racing, which was like pretty much the forerunner to Monsoon, and really the first after Team FSB was dominated for a couple of years, the first couple of years of the history of the league. And but this was the guy that kind of came on, and we battled for years, and to have him on my team now, it's definitely a lot better. He was real close to Dover, Delaware there, and he's been to a couple of those races. He's posted pictures of him and his brother. His brother, before we used our real names, his brother was called Dent. Or he's called Dent, and his brother was, oh God, I can't remember. But his brother had a handle. We call Rick Dent, but Dickweed, that's what was his name, Dickweed. And Dickweed was fast as heck, you know.
Bleed!
And Rick used to put pictures once of the evolution from when them two and their dad went to Dover, and they used to be able to stand right by the track behind a little fence, and then every year you see them farther and farther back as safety got. But it was just really neat to see them like with the old cars in the background, and that's a typical thing of all of us that are in the sim racing.
It looks like the lap cars that they're having to deal with in the race right now, separating the field a little bit.
I agree with you,
Pat. It might be advantage with some and disadvantage with others, but the lap cars, they're trying to let the guys by, and they let one, they don't let the other, but it looks like the lap cars might come involved in this during pit if they stay in this pack like this.
I think you're right, because Derby Don just lost the lead to Matt Watkins during some lap passing here.
Yes, indeed.
Looks like Derby is a little loose, too. Those tires could be wearing out.
Hey, I think all of them have a little tire trouble. It looked like my man Mark DeSantis might be saving a little bit for the end here.
Yep.
We're on lap 72, Milt. I think you said they went in around 44. That puts them about 5 to 7 laps maybe from a window here.
Milt, what would you do? Would you pit a little early or would you pit a little late? You try to stay out or you try to go in, Milt?
Well, you gotta work back from 107. So right now they're at 35 laps. They probably need a couple more laps to get in the window. I'm going to step away for a second here.
Basically, the leader's going to dictate the pit stop. Pit stop.
Pit stop, yeah.
Yeah, Milt takes a pit stop. We're going to keep an eye on the race. Me and Greg Bernardo having fun with SFB.com. Check it out.
We sure are. This has been a great race. Just one early caution, and we've been about, I'd say, 60-plus laps caution-free here. Gone through a green flag stop. We're about to hit a second green flag stop here. Matt Watkins taking the lead. During some passing there of some lap cars, it looked like Derby Don got a little out of shape there. Maybe the tire's wearing out, and you can't do that in Pro Cup or guys will jump all over it. And as you see, he's dropped back to third. It looks like he's gathered it back in. But the two guys that know how to save tires, there's no surprise here, Matt Watkins and Robert Bokum.
It looks like Rick Johnson and Jeff Hill having a little tire issues also. They going wild in the corners. Maybe they all finna take a pit here.
And it looks like we got some green flag stops going. Josh Elliker in the pits. He pit from about the 7th position. And there we can see Den going into the pits. Actually, it looks like he might be exiting the pits now after his service is complete.
It looks like Mark DeSantis going in. Also to call Jeff Hale, also Don McMorrison and Matt Watkins all going in the pit together. Maybe they come out, they got a little strategy. See what they can do.
Here we go now. We got Mark in the pits. Jeff in the pits.
This is pucker time, boy. When you gotta seal the deal right here. This could win the race.
Yeah, great pit stop could win this race right now.
Here we go with Matt Watkins in the pits. Mark DeSenza's in the pits. Jeff Hale's in the pits. This is going to be who's going to get off first. You can see Watkins already got the outside tires complete, going down to the left sides. Doesn't look like there's any issues there. You see Derby Don coming out. Wow, a great stop by Derby Don. It's going to be his drag race off pit lane.
It looks like Mark DeSenza might have had a problem in the pit. Let me run down there real quick and see what I can check out.
And 4.
While Pat does that, it looks like Watkins and Derby Don had a great battle out of pit lane. Matt got the best of it. Let's see where these guys cycle back into.
Rick Johnson with a nice stop. 4 tires. Look, Team FSB's really stepped up their pit stops. Oh, but he's coming out there side by side with Troy Higgins. Boy, we got all kinds of action going on here.
There's action all over the place right now, Milt. Matt looks like he got out, and he's back in 6th position. There's some final green flag stops to be completed. And Robert Bokum just finished his service, and there was almost some contact there with him and Matt.
I'm down here on pit lane with
going at it. Gee,
I'm down here on pit lane with Mark DeSenza's Jack lady, and can you tell me, man, what happened at that last stop?
We had a jack issue.
Oh, they had jack issues. I'm sorry. Old Mark comes out pretty good with this.
Well, you know the ACD song, She's Got the Jack. I don't know if you want that one.
Milt, we know you love that rock and roll. Uh-oh, we got a problem here with the guy.
We got race going on. Oh, we got somebody loose.
We got Rick Johnson going back through the pits. Rick Johnson penalized 52 of FSB Racing.
It looks like Kenny.
That's going to hurt.
Looks like 73 and 19 had some contact there. I believe the caution is out.
Oh, Rick's going to lose a lap there.
It looked like Sean Johnson lost control of his car, and he regained control. Now he's trying to make a move. That was a great save by Sean Johnson.
Well, he's a great driver, and wow, we got all kinds of action.
Wow, we stay green here, Milt.
It's green. It's green. Green.
While you guys continue to watch the live feed, I'm going to go back here and see what happened.
10-4.
It may have been the car of Troy Higgins.
Well,
he's coming out of the pits now.
I'm sorry. So he's coming out the pits now. He got a penalty too, man. Yep, the 19 is one lap down. Well, this is FSB Pro Cup Racing, so I mean, you can see the pressure on these guys to execute and push the limit because they know, to win this race, and it's being broadcast here. And you see who seals the deal, the 15 and the 18.
We have a battle going on up front right now with Bucum.
Okay, we're back live here. We'll have to look. There's too much action for me to go back. I can't do it.
You're doing a
great job, man. You got it. You're nailing it, man.
Yeah, we're back live here, and at the front now is Robert Bokum. Took the lead over from Matt Watkins.
Pass. Yeah, he made a great pass. Yeah,
Whoa.
Guy got a lot of class with him. He drives a great car, but he is awesome behind that wheel.
And look at this battle for second here, Mel.
That's great racing up front right now.
Jeff Hale and Derby Don want that second position. Matt said, I don't think so. And we all know Matt wins a lot of races, wins a lot of championships, Mill. But what's the guy? Tell us about the guy a little.
Oh boy, almost contact with the 29 there. In fact, I think there was
29, really 43, huh?
But yeah, I mean, how many times has he helped me out with my computer? First of all, and all the time that he spent to help me go through stuff when I've had problems over the years, and also some of the battles whipping me, and also, talk about a class guy. When I swore I was going to wreck him 2 laps ago at the Indy 500, and I wrecked him. I won the race, and he could have been a dick about it. He had to be pissed. I was pissed because I wrecked him because I swore I wasn't going to do it, but it was the end of the Indy 500. I was so glad the next year that he got to win it, to broadcast that race, and I was jumping up and down. But a class act never said a word, and we just moved on. And of course, I apologized 100,000 times, but I didn't really need to because it was just good, hard racing, and
That's all it ever is about a lot of people, man. It's good, hard racing, and you get involved in accidents and stuff, and next thing you know, you lose a friend over stuff like this. But all it ever is really just hard racing. You want to win, you want to be competitive, and that's the way men are. Even ladies are like that. But I mean, you want to look at these guys right now. They're racing hard. They pushing it to the limit. Their car is stretched out.
Mm-hmm.
They just want to win, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Exactly.
Well, we're
weaving through traffic. Wow.
We're weaving through the lap traffic. We got 20 laps to go. Jeff is in second, trying to run down Robert Bokum. I don't know if that's going to be a tough order, I think.
Well, you said it, man. I mean, and like Pat was referring to, class act and a stud. You know, he don't just save tires. You know, he can go fast. He's had real tests with Roush Racing. He's driven sprint cars. He's driven late models. He's one of many of these guys in this league that have raced for real. We all got coagulated here together for our love of racing from one aspect or another. Whether our dads raced or we raced or we've just been great fans. We're all big fan of this kind of racing.
My God, my teammate TG Reese is racing really hard up in the front. He's running 16th, but he's behind the car of Matt Watkins. He's hanging in there. He must have some real bad car trouble because right now the guy's running a real good race. He must have some bad luck in the race, but I wish him some good luck. And let's see who wins this race. On to you, Milt.
Yeah, just watching the 17 or Troy Noel. He's out of it. Ninth place, but he did get his first Gibson Cup win last week, and we broadcast that race, but it's Greg's first broadcast, and we screwed up the sound there, but you're getting the show tonight. In 1 week, Greg's nailed this, and like T-Roy nailed that race, he stayed out, and the caution came out, but that's stock car racing, man. You cross the line first, you win.
I think Mr. Jeff Hale might have a little something left for Mr. Robert Bokum because that front two, it's really looking really good right now. They're racing really hard.
Stud. And that guy knows how to turn up the wick, man.
I think every guy in the pro division is a stud. I'm not a gay kind of guy, but I mean these guys are real good at what they do. I think they need to step up the plate and help some of us rookies out. But I tell you what, it's fun to watch this. It's fun to be here. I thank y'all very much for having me. Y'all doing a great job what y'all doing, but I'm still pulling for the number 6 of Mark DeCincy.
Yeah, when I talk about stud, I always think about Bear Bryant, when Joe Willie.
There you go, Bear Bryant. You said the magic word right there, Mr. Bear Bryant.
You're just saying that guy's a stud right there. Right? I like that.
And so we wind down here with about 16, 13, 14 laps to go now. You can see there's only 9 cars on the lead lap. This green flag pace is just brutal to keep the pace of this race here. It's a fast race, and if you make one mistake, that puts you a lap down. And you can see only 9 cars have managed to hang on that lead lap, and the first 2 are only 4/10 out. And Jeff has been really impressive reeling back Robert in. But again, Milt, I'm telling you right now, I'm not on Robert's channel, but I know what he did. He's saving his tires. He's keeping the lead, letting Jeff burn up his stuff. And then when there's about 5-6 to go, watch. He'll be pulling away.
Well, and you look at the fastest lap times, and they're running them right now. Last lap for Jeff Hale was a 35.49. His best lap, which is second fastest lap behind Mark DeCinza earlier. And now he does have the fastest lap, which is 30.03. So they ain't saving nothing. He has caught up to the 18, ladies and gentlemen.
We're going to stay on this because this is going to be a great finish.
Yeah, as director there, Greg, you did a great job there. Watched different broadcasts from different leagues I'm in, and you got it all, man. And now we're up here at the front, and it's go time. We got 12 laps left here.
We got a lap car ahead of Robert Bokum, and as you can see from Jeff's roof cam here, we'll see if that puts any kind of issue with Robert, because Robert's a clean racer. He'll give plenty of room. He'll slow down here to make a clean pass, but Jeff is going to pounce on that if he sees an opening.
I expect T-Roy to move over coming into this corner.
Oh, they're going to get out of the way and
drop.
just let them go. Good job, 17. Thank you very much.
That's what he's going to do.
Yeah, that's of course a huge part of what FSB is all about, is the sportsmanship. If it's not your night, you don't want to ruin someone else's just because you're off the pace.
These guys
I
have
stepped on the track the
separated.
other day. They're pretty good guys.
They're going to be right around, they're on the 30-lap run to the finish. So barring any cautions and running, qualifying laps here now, they are going to be done at the end. Just like Pat was saying, though, and like you were saying too, and we all know this, Volcom trains drivers with that tire-saving mentality, and it's one thing to say it and execute it, but just watch the line there.
You can watch his line. You can talk to him. I mean, he spoke in a room the other night. I was there. I was present. There was like probably 12 guys in the room, and he started talking short track, tire saving stuff, and everybody shut up, man. This guy's got a lot of class. He's got a lot of experience, and he's willing to give his knowledge up. You got to take your hat off to the guy. He's just straight around, all around. What we call downhill, Ace Boone Coon. He's a great dude.
And not only
that's built this league is
and
knowledge
also,
from others.
He's got a great looking front tire changer, if you ask me.
This is a family broadcast here now. But one thing. As you can see here, he's stretching this lead out, Milt, and I have to say, Jeff ran the tires off of that thing, I think, and now Robert's got all that saved up, and now he's putting the pedal down.
Then again, he might be holding something back for him. You gotta know that they got 5 laps left, and anything can happen on the last 2 laps. Both of you guys know it. Milt, you've been around more than anybody. Greg Bernardo, you getting in it and you doing real well at it, but you know with 2 laps to go on a track like this, if you saved a little bit, you got a little bit.
A half second behind in third is Matt Watkins. He still has time here with 6 laps to go. 5.5 laps, as now we're down to 6 laps to go.
Oh, and Matt's making the pass.
Oh, now we're down to 5 laps to go.
Matt saved a little bit for somebody.
Yes, he has.
Comes up.
He's coming.
And if the lap car don't hold him back, Matt Watkins might catch him because he's gaining on him real well.
Joe Cutter, get out the way. There's some serious damage to his car. Pro Racing,
Yeah, 9 had some trouble from the beginning.
Yeah, let's see. I don't know if I think Matt's going to run out of laps here.
Where did Derby Dawn come from there?
Hey, Derby Dawn might have been saving a little bit.
He's going around the 29.
I think that 29 led his race out trying to catch Robert, and now he's paying the price.
Coming strong. Derby Dawn is coming strong.
So is the 15,
but
who's
15
basically right on the back bumper.
Oh, he's on the back bumper. He's finna get up close, see if he can get a little air off his ball and see if he can pass him.
Defending Pro Cup champion, and just absolutely.
You have to realize that broadcasting this from the seat is way worse than being in the car. Because right now, if you're in the car, you're sweating bullets, you're nervous, and you got a guy on your bumper. What do you do?
Well, we're going to find out in a second here, because Watkins down onto the apron trying to get by Robert. He's going high. He's trying everything.
He's trying everything. I can remember this from the rookie night.
These are former teammates, now rivals.
Exactly.
Oh, he's really inside right now. He's fitting to take him. I think he got it. Oh, that lap car's going to get in their way.
He's trying to loosen Robert up, but that just...
Here
we go. He's going to look on the inside here.
I think the lap car is going to help Greg 18 out.
Oh, that was a close one.
That was close.
We got 1 to go.
White flag lap. This is it.
I think he taking him on the outside. Oh, he got him on the outside.
He's
Close.
scraped against the wall. On the outside.
Oh, he's going to give it up on the outside, but he might take him back on the inside. Oh, the lap car is going to determine this. The lap car may determine it. Oh, that was close. There's like 1 inch in between them. Oh, he took that.
Oh!
Got loose there, man.
And the 15.
Looks like Matt will take the lead.
Unbelievable finish. The 15 has won by 0.02 of a second.
Oh, at least 200 of a second. Maybe even a thickness of a piece of paper. That was close.
Unbelievable finish. What a run by Matt.
Great race. Great job, Eddie Bilgham.
Unbelievable finish there, Milt. That was one of the closest races you'll ever see.
Whoa, no doubt. Pro Cup Racing.
We have Josh Elko finishing 7th. Denny Francasino finishing 12th. Kenny Paul 16th.
Well,
13th Sean Johnson.
We're going to drag that leader up, or I don't know. He usually has to go to work around this time.
Well, we gotta try to get at least a word from him. We gotta get his thoughts on those last laps there.
Yeah, we're going to get Matt Watkins and.
I have the Winston Cup girl here. She wants to ask the winner a question. If we can get him over here, let me know. She wants to know one thing.
Well, I think he's spoken for, if that's the question, Pat.
No, she's spoken for too. She's just a pit lady.
We got. Well, okay, he bounced himself back out. I drug him up here, but hold on. Let me see if I can get Matt Watkins up here.
He wants to do his donuts.
That was a great race from FSB.com Pro Cup. These guys are great. These guys are good.
And quickly, while Milt's working on that, let's go down the running order here. Only 7 cars finished on the lead lap with only 1 caution. And besides Matt and Robert, who had one of the closest battles I've ever witnessed personally, Derby Don pulled in 3rd, Jeff Hale 4th, Ryan Tracy with a great run finishing 5th. And he was quiet all race, and all of a sudden, there he is, 5th place. Steve Weber had a great finish in 6th. Josh finished the cars on the lead lap in 7th. And then there's a host of cars a lap down, the Troys, Rick Johnson, who must have had some issues.
We
also have Guy Petrie, Dan Friskino, Sean Johnson, Joe Cutter is 3 laps down, Marcus is 4 laps down, and Kenny Paul, T.G. Reese, Jimmy Morrison, Doug Tubick, Sam Young, and Ken Ron. Congratulations to the winner, Matt Watkins.
We got Matt Watkins here in the broadcast booth. What a show, Matt. What a great job, man. Tell us about the end of that race, bro.
Well, first off, I got to thank Webb because I was having a few beers, and I was having some conversations, and I totally didn't look at the fuel. He's like, so what's your fuel at? And I looked down, it's at 0. I said, oh shit, I have to pit. So I immediately pitted, and if he didn't say nothing about the fuel, I would have totally ran out because I had a good buzz going, and at the end, I have no idea how I won that race because I was kind of saving fuel and just cruising around, and I was like, I'm 2 seconds behind with 7 laps to go, and so I just started driving hard as I could, and yeah, it happened. I don't know how that happened. That was crazy. That was a good race.
That was just an awesome race there, and we got Robert in the booth here, but first, like a couple questions here from Greg and Pat, and then we'll get to Robert, who had a great race there too. If you don't mind holding on a second, Robert. Greg, go ahead.
Matt, I mean, I've seen some good races and watched some good races and been in some good races, but watching you run down Robert, which I just thought was going to be impossible for anyone to do, that was a tremendous run, and you might not remember it in the morning, but it'll be on the broadcast so you can watch it when you come in the morning.
Yeah, so first off, I get a shout out to you. 2 wins already in the rookie series. That's fantastic. Come a long way when you first started. incredible job. So good to see you do good.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, Robert did exactly what he should have done. Get out there, because if he tried to save tires with me, I don't know if. I mean, it would have been tough to pass both of us on equal tires. So he got out there and ran hard, which was the perfect strategy. And just come up one corner short, but it was a really good race. That was a lot of fun.
All right, congratulations.
First or second, it would have been a ton of fun.
Robert, this is Pat, man. How did you feel at the end of the last 5 laps, and what did you think? And was your car good enough to win, or did you lose some tire wear?
Oh yeah, the tires was gone. I mean, I knew what he was doing. But it was just too tough to pass. Keep going. I mean, I got out there, did what I had to do, and then coming on the last lap, we both went on that lap car, and it got me a little loose and gave him a run on the outside. I'm not one to block, so I was going to give him whichever lane he picked and just let us race for it. That's what makes the fun out of it. I can't get that blocking into me, so I just want to race for it.
We were saying that on the broadcast. You'll see it. What class acts you both are, and you've been teammates, and you started a new racing team. But it wasn't like you left, in bad standing or nothing. If anything, you give us some of us in the league a chance because Monsoon was the absolute domination. So what a class run there. And go ahead, Pat.
You're a great guy, dude. I would like to know if you wouldn't mind helping a couple of rookies out on rookie night. Maybe you could stop by on rookie night and give a couple of rookies some pointers, man, because you do a great job. You race with class, you race with spirit, and you just all around just a great guy as far as what I know. The rest of these people going to find out, but I think you need to stop by and give some rookie pointers, man. You could be the rookie pointer guy.
I don't know about that, but I mean, when I come in the league, I learn from some of the best. I mean, Milt, Kevin Lewis, Slim, and then the old rookie over, Matt Watkins, still here. But yeah, as far as Milt, yeah, that was honestly, that was probably the hardest decision I've ever made. Even from racing late models all the way up, real racing, sim racing was the hardest decision I made to leave that team. But when you get two people, it's me and Matt, man, we race so hard against each other side by side, and it's one of them deals where you're so afraid you're going to get into the other one, and you don't want to ruin that relationship.
Respect, yeah.
So I just decided, and then of course everybody was Monsoon, and I thought I'd try it, and honestly I lucked up and got some good drivers, but yeah, Monsoon's tough. I'll tell you this, I learned more from being over there racing with Matt on saving tires and pit stops and everything. I thought I knew a lot till I started racing with Matt, but he's a Class A. He's good. He's gonna make you run. He's gonna make when you beat Mac Watkins, you freaking earned it.
Yeah, so, no kidding.
For us to cross the line side by side, hey, I wanted to rub him. I did want to rub him, but I couldn't do it. I said I would just go for it here. But no, it's as far as the rookies, man, there's a lot of guys up and coming. I mean, these last few races I've seen some great racing. I want to give a shout out to T-Roy, man. He might have won that last race Friday night off a little bit of glitch, but these last few races, man, he is on the key. Greg's winning the rookies, I mean, there's a lot. Pat and Allen just coming in here is tough. There's a lot of good drivers. I mean, that's what makes this league so good. It's tough competition. Honest to God, when the green flag drops, there's 15 drivers that can win a race, and that's what makes it. I mean, that's good. But as far as learning, just same thing I did. I watched so many replays of Matt learning how to pit, save tires. That's big here. I mean, other leagues, you can go out there, everybody runs fast because you're going to have a caution in 15 laps. I mean, I don't even know how many cautions we had tonight, but we made 2 green pit stops. So
yeah, there's
practice your tires and practice your pit stops. That's going to
there was only that one early caution, and then there's I'd say about 80 plus green flag laps there, and of course it stretched out the field too, as it will, because as you said, if you're a little slow on the pits there, or you slide through a pit box, you're about done here.
Yeah, I mean, and like I said, I wanted to save tires like Matt was doing, but it's so hard to pass. I mean,
it's hard when you're in the lead.
Exactly. Well, I did it the first 2 times, and it worked. I caught Matt, but once you catching somebody and passing is 2 different stories. So I had to make a decision, and that's what I went with.
Was being back there a little bit, Matt, helping you, or because you guys are so good because just like Robert said, because I could make those first two, but then that last one, all of a sudden, and you're getting the same tires, you're getting the same car, but what did you do to? I mean, did you have any mental thought of how you were saving tires, or did you naturally? Because Robert's just as good, and of course was it him being in the lead, or what?
Well,
pull that off, man.
Once I saw him coming hard, I was like, I was just gonna try to save a little bit, and they just kept pulling away. I'm like, I don't know what I'm thinking here. Why am I like saving so much as they're pulling away? This is dumb. And they just kept getting further and further away. And I was like, I might be able to get Derby, but it's not looking good. And they just came in. I just started last 6 laps. I just drove as hard as I possibly could. But to get back to the other stuff, yeah, I've run Robert for 3 years, and had a successful monsoon, and he formed this new team, Bacum. I think it's a good thing to have parity in this league and have multiple teams competing against each other. I prefer that. It's kind of boring when one team wins 8 or 9 championships, so it's really good to see parity, and hopefully rookie guys, sport guys can come up and run in pro and really have a lot of parity with a lot of wins. And if anybody ever wants a replay from me, feel free to email me, send PM in the forums. I'll send anything I got, because parity is really good. It's good to see, if you have 20 Pro Cup races or 20 Sport Cup races and you have 15 winners throughout the year. That's really good to see. That makes the league thrive. So I'm open to it, and just having a lot of fun. That was a really good race, and if I finished first, second, third, fourth, I would have had the same amount of fun. So that was a ton of fun. So I'm just glad to be a part of this league and race guys like that. That was really clean and a lot of fun.
Awesome.
Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it. Great runs and just a thrilling finish.
Yeah, appreciate you guys taking the time to broadcast. I didn't know it was being broadcasted, so I guess I should have blocked him and run him in the wall. I'm just kidding. No, like I said, it was fun. I knew what he's doing. Like I said, it's when you get to saving, it's really hard. Saving, I'll tell you this: learning to save tires is the hardest thing you ever do in your life. I promise you that it is the most. You have to do it, and you have to practice it, and you have to work at it harder than anything you've ever done. That is one thing. But when you commit to it, you got to commit to it. You can't say, "Oh, Matt Watkins just passed me. I got to go." You gotta block that out, and you gotta. Just like I told Sean and Ken, who just joined my team, I'm trying to work with them. You gotta forget about who you're racing. You gotta drive your race. And you gotta do it. Just act like nobody else is out there. And once you learn that, you'll turn around. You'll make the world difference on saving tires.
And I tell you what, the rookies of this league appreciate everything you ever tell us, and Matt from you too, and even Sean. Anything y'all tell these rookies helps them out. Y'all guys do a great job at doing that, and we learning from y'all. Y'all didn't hold y'all head up high. We proud of y'all. Y'all did a great job tonight. Matt, you did wonderful. Robert, you do great every week. I hate to say that. I put my money on the wrong guy tonight. I had a chance to pick you. I didn't. But I tell you what, y'all built my seat again. I built this seat because of people like y'all. Just great guys. Back in the day, y'all race this game. Y'all know. You get online, bro, you race 5 laps, you crash out. You race 4 laps, crash out. Even when league started, you did the same thing. Now, today, this league is built with a lot of great guys, great racers, and people who respect people who just want to have fun and do the right thing. Congrats to y'all, man. My hat's off to y'all. Y'all both did a great job. Everybody else in the pro division did a great job. Thank you very much for letting me be a part of this, and congratulations.
And I think he said that in one breath. That takes a lot.
Now when you're drinking some Bud Light, baby.
Yeah, no, we appreciate it.
There we go.
We're pretty excited, man. I mean, that's the and the excitement and the kind of racing you get here at FSB.
And that's my point, man. I'm sitting here watching this race, and I'm excited. and I'm sweating in my chair, and I'm pumped up with these guys. This is great. This is a great feeling. This is a free night. I call this free. You know, I usually go out and gamble for food. You can't get nothing better than this right here. Thank y'all very much for letting me be a part of this, and thank y'all very much for doing what y'all do.
No problem, man. Enjoy it.
Thank you.
Good race, Matt. Good win, dude.
So I guess we better wrap this up so Greg can save this and make sure we save the broadcast so we can watch this again.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was just a tremendous run. I
hope you got it all except the last lap.
Yeah. I'm still trying to get my head around watching
Bleep!
someone actually pass Robert for a win. I just never thought I'd see it, personally.
So I had nothing left. Like I said, I made up my mind I wasn't going to block him. I even said on the thing, I said, man, I'm not even going to block him. I'm going to let him go which line he wants. I was kind of hoping he'd take the inside because then I could have bound him down a little bit. But when he got on the outside, he got, I just either slide up into him or race the balls off of it, come in the line. That's all I could do.
I seem to remember a couple times at Dover and a couple Pro Cup and sportsman races where I was like, yeah, baby, I'm going to win. And all of a sudden, there's that 15 coming around the outside. Oh, you lose.
You know what's crazy? This is the honest truth. The whole time I said, he's going to get to me. He's going to get to me. Because I knew it. But here's my thing. If I'd have let up, Jeff would have got by me. Derby would have got by me. I seen how hard me and Matt had to work earlier to get by Derby.
Yeah, you know the 29's going to push you.
I had to make the decision what to do.
I have one more question for you, Mr. Robin Bogan, Matt Watkins. We race. I raced rookie division with my best friend Alan Myers and with Greg Bernardo and a couple other great guys. We feel the pressure under the race. The other night, Alan Myers finished second in a lead race, and he whispered to me and he said, "My foot is shaking." And we feel that. Do y'all feel that in the pro division?
Yeah.
Does it come with experience when you does it get better or does it stay the same?
You go ahead, Matt, on that one.
I can say I won my first Pro Cup race, which was Indianapolis, like 2009, I think it was, with racing Damien Gostala, which was probably the best driver that's ever existed in FSB.
He was talking about him, yep.
I was unbelievably shaking. Once you start winning a few races, it gets a little easier, but I still get nervous, even if it's a Western Irradiate race, sport truck, sport cut, whatever. So at the end, I get nervous. When I raced that big NRT 400 race, I was unbelievably shaking, and I was like almost there, one lap short, almost won that thing. And
I know, man.
Robert
I was
made it
screaming, dude.
He made it.
Go, man, go!
Robert made it there, got damaged, and still drove the car up to the top 6 before he blew up. Yeah, I get nervous.
Well, okay, I understand, Mr. Robert Bokum. I'd like to ask you the same question. You kind of deferred the answer to him, but do you get a little shaky? Because you win a lot of races, and every time I open up the forum, I say, congratulations, Robert. I mean, I'd like to know right now, tonight, with the race that went on, was you shaking a little bit somewhere inside?
Yeah, I mean, you do. I mean, you're going to do it in anything. I mean, in real racing, I didn't eat that morning, all day, and then after the race, feel like you're going to puke. During the race, not so much. Last 10 laps, I mean, it's just like anything. It's more excitement than anything. I don't really think it's the nerves of it. I mean, you get to that point, I don't know that you ever get over it, because regardless, you got to run those last 10 laps, and as good as y'all are doing, y'all going to be put in that position as far as leading quite a few times. So, yeah, I mean, it's exciting. As far as the NRT, yeah, I was stressed out because that's one of the deals where it's either make it or break it. Then when I got out, it wasn't so bad. And then I was so mad after getting damaged that I probably drove my butt off, and I wasn't even thinking about nerves then. But, yeah, I was. My forearms was getting tight because I was holding the steering wheel so hard, so I guess that's just as bad.
Well, I appreciate you answering the question honestly. I just want to make sure if we keep racing, the rookies keep racing this race, we get the same feeling we get today when we start shaking, because I think that's the feeling we all looking for, stuff like that to happen. Just like me and Greg in the race the other night, we were probably both shaking. I just want to know if the rookies and the pros is about the same. I know it gets a little easier, but thank you for answering that question. You're a great guy, son. Hey, I wish you'd quit winning a whole bunch, but you're still a great guy.
Hey, talk to that man.
Yeah.
Go back and look at the page. You'll see how many times he's won. So he just doesn't race as much. But no, I mean y'all are doing great. I mean honestly, I've seen a bunch of rookies come and go, and I think this rookie class here is one of the best I've raced with as far as competition, give and take, and speed wise. I think y'all are doing a great job, and you can't really consider yourself. I don't really consider anybody a rookie, sports pro, or none of that. You're all racers, and that's the way I look at it. I don't really thrive on what the logo says. So you get that out. Just best thing you do is just get that out of your head. You're an FSB driver. You're here to win, just like everybody else. If you race everybody the way you want to be raced, with considerate, give and take. That's the best thing you can do is to get respect in this league, is learn to give and take.
Well, thank you, Robert Bogum.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Robert, man. Appreciate
Watkins,
it.
I mean, y'all great guys.
Thanks, guys.
We had a real enjoyment from having y'all here at FSB.com Racing Live. Thanks to Greg Bernardo and Mr. Milk Bud Light guy. But we love y'all all.
No, I'm Bud regular, bro.
Oh, I'm Bud Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, thank you guys for putting it on.
Yeah, thanks, Robert. Thanks, Matt.
Thank y'all both.
Thank you guys for putting this on. I really appreciate it. You guys did a good job.
No problem.
Thank you.
All right, let's wrap this up before my recorder blows up. We are probably at 20 gigs of memory here. So
let's save this bad boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it a night, Milt. It's always been a pleasure. I always enjoy talking with you. Pat, not so much, but that's just a rivalry thing. That's just a little rivalry thing
I love
there.
you too. I see you on Rookie Cup.
Yeah, that's right. You see me tomorrow night in the truck.
I'll quit.
All right, guys.
You do good.
Take care, fellas.
See you later.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
Good night from FSBRacing.com, fellas. Enjoy this.